Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and attention coach, Jeff Copper. In the ADD world, lists are always a problem. Well, not for everybody, but for many. I got list. I'm not doing things that are on my list. I put it on my list and it really doesn't get done. And I want to make the distinction here. ADHD is an executive function impairment. And where it really manifests is when you're trying to problem solve something that's multifaceted and ambiguous. And so planning is multifaceted and ambiguous, time management, making decisions, etc. So when you write something on a to-do list, that's a goal. This is partially a true story, and I want to use this to illustrate. One time there was a guy who was talking and he needed to send a Mother's Day card to his mother, and that's something that would go on the list. As a coach, though, what we do is we ask questions, curious questions, sometimes just to get people to reflect on themselves, but sometimes to help them think. And so when you said I need to send my mother a Mother's Day card, I said, okay, great. Where are you going to get a card? He said, the store. Now, notice that was a reflexive response. He said the store, but I said, what store? Now I made him think, not just at a store, but what store? And he thought for a minute and said, Hallmark. And I said, well, when do you go by Hallmark? I guess I don't. It's kind of in the opposite direction of where I go. Well, how far away is it? About 10 minutes away. So it's like a 25-minute round trip by the time you go there, get a card and come back. When could you do that? I don't know. Do you see the ambiguity in this and the level of thinking that's required? That's why when people say you have something on your task list, you should chunk it down. Basically, it's getting you to stop and think about really what's involved so that you can adequately figure out how you're going to get it done. In this situation, I'm dealing with a person, and it was 25 minutes out of way when he really didn't have time to go do that. And that's not even talking about the fact that he didn't have a stamp. This stopping and actually thinking through it is the epicenter of the problem. I think you'll find if you're interacting at school or work and you're doing some things in groups, you're actually externalizing that thinking process and people are helping you with that. But when you're home all by yourself, that's the part that you're avoiding. That's where the ADHD impairment kind of comes in, because when thinking is really difficult, that's where you escape. So why do this video? Well, the root cause of why you're not doing much of what's on your list is that you haven't broken down, thought through it, and realized how complex a lot of those tasks are. And the idea is to recognize that's the root of the problem. Apps sound really good, but they don't always break it down for you, which is what the impairment's really about. So this is not like a tip, trick, or strategy. This is a lens to help you problem solve. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Your existing subscriber, thoughts, what do you think? Also, we do what we do for you. Always appreciate any kind of contribution by hitting the thanks button. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.